Okay. So I want to call this hack your path, as in pathways is not the most simplest interface or most simplest project manual, for example. But there are ways where we can hack it to our advantage and make it work for us. Um, we'll skip some of these activities because of limitation of time. But as I mentioned in one of the speeches earlier, we have a lot of tasks that we do every day. Some of them are important, urgent. Then we are busy doing those things. But a lot of times we do things just because they're urgent, even though they're not important. And we also don't do things that are important just because they are not urgent. And self-development or learning and growth is in that category where it's important, but it's not urgent. Reading a book is never urgent, but it's very important for our growth. So is Toastmasters. I just want to draw attention to how we classify our tasks and how we prioritize them. It's usually a good idea to prioritize them based on importance, and then by urgency, I would say. And as we all know, being a Toastmaster is not about just paying the membership fee. It's about attending the meetings, so doing extempore speaking in table topics, and also prepared speeches. Because being a Toastmaster, you do have an opportunity to become a great communicator. And to be great at something, we have to do practice. And practice, the opportunities for practice are through table topics and through prepared speeches and evaluations. Toastmasters also give us opportunity to be a leader, which we show through how effectively we give feedback and evaluate other people's speeches, how useful those evaluations are, how we give them in a manner that it's not hurtful and at the same time it's also effective. That's one way of, let's say, coaching as a leader, coaching the folks that are reporting to us. And as a leader, we also learn our leadership skills, include learning to organize things through projects and effective communication and effective execution. So all of these are included in pathways. And at the beginning, we don't see all these features because the beginning ones are more about how do we give a speech, how do we get feedback and implement the feedback and all those things. But then as we go down to level 4 and 5, we get more of the leadership aspects baked into the speeches. And as I mentioned before, Toastmasters, we have extempore speaking, which is table topics and speaking in the meeting roles, and also prepared speeches and semi-prepared speeches. Prepared speeches are what we give as a full-fledged speech, 4 to 6 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes. And semi-prepared speaking is evaluating other people's speeches, where we take some notes and then we can talk on the spot. Okay, so now hack your path. This is the key of that. So when we want to access pathways, it's usually, I find a lot of inertia to enter into the system, find the project and work through the project. So I like to divide it into tasks. Each of the tasks will have low inertia. So first thing, logging in. I'd like to save my logging info, and I encourage all of you to do the same. Saving it, one less thing, one less hurdle, one less thing that's coming in the way. So save the login credential, then when you want to get into the system, you are in. And the second one is, every time you need to access your path or your project, you don't have to go through the login credentials and to the system every time. So to do that, we can get the two key documents of this, if each project. One is the project checklist, the other is print my project. So we'll go through these two, and we also go through how to parse through a project and understand the crux of it and how to prepare for a speech. So we have about 20 minutes left, and I want to see if anybody can share their screen, and we'll go through the steps.
I'm ready.
And
if
if
you'd
you
like.
can show it once, and then we can do that, or or we can just start off with somebody, with
I
Len.
can, I can share my screen, but if someone else would
Okay.
like to go instead, who hasn't gotten into it yet, that's fine too. That's good too.
I'm stuck. I'm unable to set a password. I was just trying it out. So I'm unable to share at the moment once.
Okay, if you can, yeah, recover your password, please do that.
Yeah.
If you need any help, I can definitely help you with that.
Hello.
We have a chat assistant with the Toastmasters International as well, so we can work through that part. No problem. Ivy, if you want, or I don't know, I don't think Karthik has access yet, so apologies on that, Karthik, but
Hey, sorry, I am able to access to my to the page, but I'm using my personal computer, so I can't share. Sorry for that.
well, no problem. Okay, so Len, if you want to go ahead, let me stop sharing.
Yeah, let me know when you can see that.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, this is where I land as soon as I log in, and then you go to, what is it? Essentially the home page where you've got all your choices, and I choose go to Basecamp for pathways. It's just simply called Basecamp, and this is where I land. Welcome to Basecamp. That's my
Can we
name.
go back and start over? So
Oh, sure, of
just for
course.
the record.
And that's always a trick. How do I get out of here? I don't know how to
I
get
think you may
out
have
of.
to type into
Oh,
the
yeah,
address.
there's a way. How do you get back into the regular Toastmasters experience?
You
I
could
don't
try
know.
the one that says return to Toastmasters home.
Where is that? Right here.
I don't
That's a
know if
nice
that's-
feature. Now, it's something they must have just added because it's really helpful. Okay,
So when you log in, you get this screen, right?
yes. Hi, everyone. When you log in, everyone, when you establish your passwords, hopefully you all have that. When you get in, you will see this. And where can we take you today? It's got all kinds of things for you to look at, all kinds of tools and such, but most important for today, go to Basecamp. So that's what I click on. And this, if some people belong to more than one clubs, or if I were, say, VP of Education or the president, I would be able also have the choice of a Basecamp manager where I can see everybody's work. But today and nowadays in my role, I'm just looking at myself, and here I am. This is all I got, a dashboard of things, my education transcript for the one path I've chosen already. See, Shreya, that's why I don't know if anyone's, maybe it would be good to see even how to choose a path. That's something I've already done. So I wish, I don't know, Sundar or Ivy, have you done that yet? That might be instructive to do as well.
I have a similar page, except at the path and learning, I have a presentation mastery. It's
Right.
the action is open curriculums. I don't know what that means, but looks like I have not yet do anything for that. Yeah, I think I have a similar pages from
Yeah.
my
Okay.
other PC. Yeah.
Right. I think you'll see this. You'll see this open curriculum. That's Len's path. So you should see that. I'm just wondering, Sundar, did you get a chance to record your password?
No, I think I'm trying to create a password. So it's sending me a verification code and it's stuck in that screen. And I
okay.
don't receive an email with the verification code. So
Okay, no problem. We'll figure that out. Okay. So Len, maybe we can take a quick detour into the different type of pathways and choosing the path.
Sure.
Should I share screen quickly and go through that?
Yeah.
part?
If you want to do that, sure.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's share screen. When I go to, let's say we go to Toastmasters International. Right. So here we have all the different paths listed here. So there's dynamic leadership, effective coaching, engaging humor, and so on. Now, there is an option you will be presented with when you open Pathways for the very first time. This screen will come up, which will say, choose your path. So at which point you can select a language. And because Pathways is a digital resource, we picked this. And you could do one of two things. You can just view all the options and pick one, or you could take an assessment. And it's going to go through asking what are the important aspects for your learning and so on. So let's say here I'm going to say what 3 topics that you're interested in learning about. So I would say using humor, speech writing, and motivating others. Then it'll distill out with some more questions. So let's say I'm going to say speech writing.
Shri, sorry to interrupt. I was able to
Yes.
record the password. Do you want me to share?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
So just to get a closure here, we go through this and then we select a path. Then we'll be through this and then it will be in the same screen as Len, right? So let's stop here and then let's switch to Sundar. Please go ahead.
You have to enable permissions in Zoom. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Quit and reopen. I'll be right back.
Sure.
Okay. This is what I
Okay.
see.
Yes, perfect. So you can go to choose a free path. It's called free, but it's $20 that you paid for when you joined as a new member. That's where the money goes to.
Got it. It's loading.
No problem. Yep. Select your language, digital resource. So presentation mastery is listed there because it's one of the most fundamental ones. But then you can take an assessment if you like.
I see. Okay.
If you want to take an assessment and you would like to do it in private, then we can pause the
Okay.
recording, and then you finish it and then come back.
I see. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Do you want me to pause the recording?
Yeah.
So Sundar, you went through the assessment and now it's given you 3 recommended ones.
Mhm.
You can pick one. I think the second and the third, they are saying it's not available after first half of 2024. So if those are either of those are something in your list, you can probably do them first, and engaging humor will probably be available after you finish one of these.
I see. So where do you see that it's not available? Oh, this one. Okay.
Right below. Yeah.
Do they plan to replace these or revise these or?
They're just reducing the number of paths. That's what I understand.
Hmm.
A lot of them are gone. Like this, they had much more number of paths before. They reduced them,
Right.
but they've reduced even more.
Okay. I don't know what the difference between these are, but I can choose one for today. I mean, I have the option to change, right?
No.
Okay.
So you can change, as in you have to buy a new path. Otherwise, there is no change.
I see.
Let me give you a quick idea of what are the differences between these two, right?
Sure.
Let me go to that screen. Then Right. So let me,
So there are about 10, 11 recommendations.
yeah.
Okay.
So let me share my screen
Sure.
and show you and then I'll tell you how to get to that screen, but it's a bit cumbersome. I don't want you to lose the screen. That's why. Okay. Let me start sharing. Okay. So you are looking at leadership development and innovative planning, right?
Correct.
So let's open those two and let's put them side by side. So if you see here, leadership development is on the left side, innovative planning on the right side. Essentially, one is the same for both. In fact, for all the levels, all the projects. Two, for the leadership, you will be doing like managing time, understanding your leadership skill. Whereas in this one, you'll be like connecting with your audience more than managing your time, right? And then
Right.
from 3, 4, 5, the electives are all common, right? That's the one thing that you should know. So electives are common across all of them.
Okay.
So the base project would be like planning and implementing, whereas here it's presenting a proposal. Leadership will be like leading your team, but this one is about managing projects. So I would say like leadership development path is more about interpersonal skills and planning, but innovative planning is on managing projects and it's not less on the interpersonal aspect. Let's put it that way.
Got it. Okay. So the projects that I choose will align with the electives that I choose, or
If you pick leadership development, the base projects will not change, but you can do any of the electives. So you can pick one of these electives here and do them. And then, yeah.
And between the two paths, the electives are the same?
Got
Yeah,
it.
Right?
the electives are the same. Yeah.
Okay. So that's good. So if you choose one, if there's really an elective you really like, but if you, whichever path you take, you can choose that elective.
So, and Sundar, if you are unsure, there is absolutely no problem. You can take your time.
Yeah.
So what I suggest is let's go with lens screen, because up to this screen where you are now, once you pick a path, then you will be in lens screen.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem. So Len, you can start sharing if you're ready.
Well, in the meantime, I've gone off and done, started looking at my thing. So, okay, I'll go back to the beginning. Let me share my screen again.
Okay.
Ready now? Yes, I'm ready now. Back to here. This should be the one we want. Landing page for Basecamp. Yes.
Perfect.
Very good.
So we go here, which is your path is motivational strategies. So you open curriculum.
Yes.
And you have done the first two, and you are now in the third one.
Yes. Yes.
So let's start
May
with that.
Yes.
May I have a question here?
Yes.
So for this one, I have the same one. Icebreaker is a speech, right? We're supposed to do, and then the evaluation and feedback. What is that mean? Like, do we need to evaluate someone's speech, or we are going? I will receive a evaluation from someone.
Yeah, I can answer that. I just finished that one. Remember my last speech, Ivy? I was talking about my children. So I had given a speech earlier before you joined. I received an evaluation. I took that feedback, and it took me a long time, but I finally came up with a new version of that speech that built upon their feedback. And I gave it just a couple of weeks ago. So that one now is complete. So it was actually I guess you could say a two-part project, giving the first speech and then revising the second speech.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
All right. So now let's use this as the example of of a
Mhm.
project. And let's go into
Yep.
that one. So Len, if you want to launch.
Yeah.
You can also click on launch or do what Len did with the arrow.
Mhm.
So here, this screen is the standard pathway screen. Usually there are links like that for you to progress through. But this is a very powerful tool on the bottom, which has the drop-down menu. So here, if you go to complete your assignment,
Click on that.
yes, it will take you directly to the page few sections later, and
Yeah.
you get this project checklist. So you can click on that, and it should open it in a separate window as a PDF.
Okay.
So this PDF you can save into your PC, and it's only 2 pages. You can also print it to have it handy. It gives you an idea of what's the purpose of your speech, what's a summary of the project, and what are you required to do. So the bottom line is 5 to 7 minute speech.
Good. This is helpful.
In some of the projects, it also serves as a more detailed worksheet, like an icebreaker. It's a more detailed worksheet. In this one, you can jot down some notes and prepare, but this is very handy and very useful as I found it. So
Good. Thank you.
and you can go to the other one. So next one is you click on the same arrow and go to your evaluation. Here, so there are 2 things that are very important. One is the evaluation resource. This is what you will download and send to your evaluator on the day of your speech. But we don't have to download that now. Yes, you can take a look at it.
Just so you can see, this is what your evaluator would go by. Okay.
And this one is the most important one. It's print my project. Essentially opens the entire project as a PDF. So you can just save this, and anytime you want to do a pathway, just open this PDF on your computer. You don't have to log in. You don't have to navigate through the screens. You can actually.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yes.
Sorry. This is the same thing that I would go through if I were to click on that begin button. At the very
Exactly.
beginning. No.
Exactly. Everything is verbatim the same thing.
Got it. Good.
And you will see like a couple of pages about an introduction, and then there's like assess your skills before. That'll be one after, and there'll be some write-up on what to do. If you go through the begin and through the website, you may sometimes see some videos of examples of how to give a speech or things like that. So you are feel free to do either, but the PDF is self-sufficient.
Yeah. And this is nice because it gives you some step-by-step.
Exactly. And you can skim through the PDF and get an idea of what is needed.
Very good.
And you can essentially go through the project within like 5 minutes. You get an idea of what to do, right? And you'll be done.
There's a checklist at the very end, once again. Yeah, so it's
Appears
included.
again. Yeah. So
Excellent.
the evaluation form also appears.
Yes. So it's all there.
Then you also see a couple of other, the research worksheet is more like a sheet. Yeah.
Nice.
Note taking.
Uh-huh.
And this one, outline worksheet, is also very handy if you're if you want some help on how to write the speech. This can be helpful.
This is good, Sri. I had skipped. I wasn't even aware of all this. I would just do it myself on scrap paper, but this is good to have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those are the 2 key documents, and you can find the outline worksheet here. You can find the research worksheet here as separate documents if you want to print them separately, and you can use them. But the 2 ones that I mentioned, the outline and the print my project, having them saved on your PC will save a lot of time, a lot of inertia, and you can also skim through and get an idea of your project and even like study your project very fast. That's the crux of hacking your path, as in you have an idea of what to do and then you do it. Now, another very helpful thing is being aware of what are the different electives down the road. Because sometimes, as I've done it once, you can combine 2 projects into one. for example, I had one project which said, deliver a keynote level speech for 20 minutes. And the other one that said, manage online meetings. I could combine both of them. So I scheduled the meeting, I organized the meeting, and then I delivered a keynote speech, which helped me satisfy two projects in one. And I don't know, Len, if you remember, I had two evaluators, Srinivasan and yourself, evaluating the two aspects of that event.
Yeah, I do. I remember that one.
So
Yeah.
you can use some of these shortcuts to finish your or check more boxes of your pathway projects.
Sure.
And if you have, for example, some topic that you want to talk about, just you're not ready with the next project, but you have, let's say you want to talk about anger management and what you know about it, then you can always fit it into one of the pathways. And so we can find ways, like you could either prepare slides, and then there is one elective that says managing a meeting or presenting a speech using PowerPoint slides. So you can fit it into that one and then deliver the speech. Or you could do something like audience interaction, and then you can ask questions and make the speech fit into one of the pathway levels. That way you get progress on the pathway as a whole. So this is, I think, a good starting point for most people. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. And Len, do you think we should cover something else here that I missed?
No, but I did want to make a comment for Ivy. I remember, Ivy, I believe you already gave like an icebreaker speech, didn't you?
Yeah, I
Wow.
did. And I
Okay.
did one time, so I can do a revised one.
So maybe we can show her how to check that off as completed. Is that possible, Shri?
Yeah, but I don't think Ivy is able to.
She cannot
Yeah.
share. Okay.
I'm sorry, I use my other PC to do it, and then the meeting PC is at work. So it's different PC, so I can't do it. But I think I will figure out. Should be fine. Right now, I guess I just have to spend time to look around. And
Well, Shri, but do you know, Shri, offhand? I mean, in fact, I don't even know. It almost seems to me like I don't remember clicking a box when I finished. It was almost like I finished the educational, the tutorial module, and then it marked it as complete.
Uh-huh.
Is that true?
Yeah, you have to do it twice. It's a bit weird. There are two things that you have to click on. I can show you. Let me see if I have one of the speeches.
Okay,
I gave a speech, but I didn't finish through. So
let's stop sharing.
let me.
so who is the person, like after we finish the speech, we receive the evaluation. So we should do it ourselves to submit the assignment complete request.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
I see. Thank
And
you.
then the VPM or the president can go ahead and mark it as complete for you. So there are two steps. So once you submit as complete, you have to let the VPM or the president know. And they will also get an email, but if you also let them know, it's helpful.
That's
Okay.
when you complete all the speeches within a level.
Yeah.
Yep.
So one level has a six speech, right? Is it? I saw like Oreo when I checked my account. I see
really?
like a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 speeches.
no.
But
The left side that has an effective coaching. You have a level 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4, 5. Okay, so that's okay. I got it.
yeah,
So that's
these are levels. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
And these are the
projects within the level.
projects inside a level. Yeah.
So how many speech in one project?
In one
Depends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in one level.
Yeah.
Anywhere from average of 3, I would say, Shri. 3, 2 to
Yes.
4. I've seen
3 to 5.
Okay.
3 to 5.
The first level has 5. There are 4 projects, but evaluation and feedback consists of 2 speeches. So that makes it.
Okay. So I still confused. So level 1 here, the icebreaker that has a 1 speech, and then writing speech is another things. It's not a speech, right?
It's also a speech.
Oh, okay. The speech topic is writing a speech with purpose.
Yeah, as in with a purpose, as in you have some. I can show you like quickly the outline, and then you will get an idea of what it is.
So this is not a writing. It's not a writing assignment. It's a speech.
Yeah, writing assignment as in you, the writing is also part of the assignment.
Okay, I see.
So here, so in the icebreaker, it was more about introducing yourself, right?
Mhm.
This is the next step where you have a purpose, and as in you want to talk about a certain topic, and then you write about that topic and then you present it. That's the only difference. So they have a topic and purpose worksheet. That you can work through.
Okay.
So going back, so I've marked this as complete. Let me see, I think I did one of the. Let me pause the recording. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Right. So now I had earlier gone through the project and it says in progress. Now, after I delivered the speech, I'm coming back here and how do I mark it as complete, right? So I go launch. And then I say, assess your skills after. Now I've done the assess my skills after. Now it says, congratulations, you have completed this project. Now, if I close this tab, it's going to mark it as complete.
Okay.
So this is done. And once you finish all the speeches in the level, then there will be one more window that opens up here or button that opens up here. And that you have to click on and complete twice for some reason. But once you do that, then the level is complete.
Okay. Thank you. I
Mhm.
think I'm good. I'm good
Okay.
for now. If I have
Sounds
question,
good.
I will ask you.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm going to stop recording here.